Over the weekend, I sat down with filmmaker George Lucas at Chicago Ideas Week. He talked about the current state of Hollywood and his new role as a curator. The Star Wars director is building the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art in Chicago at the urging of his wife, CBS News contributor Melody Hobson. The museum will house movie memorabilia along with works of art. And I talked to him about the future of the movie business.
I think the issue is ultimately, what are you selling? In the end, you're selling creativity, raw creativity from talented people. Now, the problem has always been with the studios, although the beginning of the studios, the entrepreneurs who ran the studios were sort of creative guys. They would just take books and turn them into movies and do things like that. Suddenly all these corporations were coming in. They didn't know anything about the movie business. So they said, well, maybe we should hire kids from film schools. They supposedly know how to make films. So suddenly we could get jobs, which was a fantastic thing. But then the studios went back to saying, well, we don't trust you people, and we think we know how to make movies. The studios change everything all the time, and unfortunately, they don't have any imagination, and they don't have any talent. There was a good studio executive at Fox when they did Star Wars. He believed in me because he loved American Graffiti. He said, you're a talented guy, I'll do whatever you want to do. But you'd never hear that today. But he said, you know, I don't understand what this thing is about big dogs flying spaceships around. It doesn't make any sense to me. Are you sure this is going to work? And I said, well, I know it's different, but, you know, I believe in it.
It's my movie.
Yeah. But you can't do that today. You just can't. And certain directors have gotten away with doing kind of crazy things, but they're like very few and far between.
Yeah.
And you kind of wonder how they got to do it. But if the studios keep doing the same cookie cutter movie over and over,
it's going to be an implosion.
And they cost a lot of money.
That's great. Who would have thought a big dog flying around and saying, Chewie, Chewbacca?
Well, what was amazing is after this, George, who will always tell you what he thinks about politics and about the movie business, his wife Melody, who we know and love, said, George, why do you have to attack the people who make movies, who finance movies?
That makes him so great, though.
Because
so
George
candid.
is the way he is and who he is.
So will that museum have a bunch of Star Wars memorabilia?
Oh, that's exactly what it'll have. That and his own collection of art, which he's a great Norman Rockwell collector, and a lot of other things. It's going to be a great museum designed by a Chinese architect.
I know. I'd love to hear this organic architecture. I can't wait to see it.
I've seen it. It's fascinating.